Do you ever feel like Minecraft is listening to you? Now, I don't know if that conspiracy theory is true, but my goal today is to go through the top conspiracy theories that Minecraft theorists have come up with and see if these are real or not. Like, how about that one that I talked about? Your phone listens to you. We all know it does. So does Minecraft. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dig straight down in this hole that I'm in right now, and I'm going to just look for diamonds. And if I find any diamonds that I really need, or I'm going to quit. Hello? We found gold, and that's not that uncommon. Oh my god, we got diamonds on the first try. Just one? That's even more unusual. I don't know how often I've seen a 1 diamond vein. Like, this is so unbelievably weird. Just to prove that I did not even set this up, we have a replay mod shot fast forwarding right now on screen of every activity I've did since I came on the server. Okay, it worked once, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I have a hard time believing that was not actually real. Like, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give this first conspiracy theory a possible thumbs up. But to make things even more exciting today, gamers, every time I test a conspiracy, we get one step closer to the ultimate conspiracy theory. As we walk this metaphorical path, the conspiracies get even crazier, like this one. Minecraft villagers. Is it possible that these cute little dumb Minecraft villagers are actually sentient beings? What I mean is, are they able of free will and thinking? Are they pretending to be idiots, but in reality they were coded to be the world's first sentient AI? How often have you sat and watched villager paths? They seem to walk around all day around random paths and just do stupid stuff, like walk into a corner. If you're trying to pretend you're an NPC, you're not gonna walk like a normal person. You're gonna do something like this. Something just like you're doing there, my boy. Isn't that right? Oh, don't look at me. So guys, we're now in spectator mode. We are undercover, and the villagers should theoretically have no idea that we're actually watching them. He opened a door and closed it, just seemingly very unintelligent. He just is repeating this over and over. Look at this. All day. He's gonna do it. Why would they make a villager open and close a door on himself like that? You know, do they have free will? It's possible. It's the ones you least expect, which why I would say villagers probably do. What if Minecraft's a post-apocalyptic simulation? And the first example is your character. You are the only human. You don't ever walk by other players unless there are other Steves or other players that join. You're like, Zach, okay, it's a 1-player game. That's why there's only one Steve. Okay, you're right. But tell me this. Tell me why when you walk around at night, instead of difficulty at easy mode, there are literal zombies that spawn in the world. Or what about the fact that there are abandoned villages in Minecraft? You see, abandoned villages are another indicator that maybe something went wrong, and you combine all 3 of these together and you start thinking, wait a minute, Zach, you're actually onto something. You might be right. Now, do I believe that theory is true? Absolutely, kind of. Okay, on one hand, I think it's just video game design. On the other hand, that's a lot of really good points. The next theory is that Minecraft is literally a stolen game. This is a theory most of you have never heard of, but take a look at this game called INFINIMINER from Zachtronics. And by the way, my name's Zach, and no, I didn't make this. A first-person competitive mining game. A procedurally generated block world, allowing players to mine, build, and explore. Sound familiar? That's because INFINIMINER is the game that started the block genre. Now, what's interesting about this game is you could choose a class, which Minecraft never stole. You could be a miner, a prospector, a sapper, or an engineer. I think ultimately the real tragedy here is that it's not a conspiracy. This is a confirmed theory that this game that you see here, Minecraft, was inspired by INFINIMINER, and INFINIMINER didn't go on to make a single penny, yet Minecraft sold for billions of dollars. I think it's a hard lesson, guys. You know, I mean, if you compare side by side the little animation here compared to the one we just saw, it's night and day. Let me ask you guys a question about Minecraft glow squids. How many of you actually wanted this in the game? Have you guys ever wondered if these were actually real fair votes? In 2020, the vote was for a moo bloom, a glow squid, and an ice illager. And somehow the glow squid won. A squid that really contributes nothing to the game. Now this video later come out and said, here's the mob vote. You can vote for them, right? Here's all the cool examples, the ice illager, the moo bloom, and they go on to say who won. But let's take a look at how happy the comments are. Nobody seemed to want the glow squid, but yet somehow it won. One theory, maybe a YouTuber by the name of Dream told his fans to vote for it, and had so many fans at the time he was able to manipulate the vote. Some people think that's clearly the case. He did actually make a tweet. It might have impacted the results, but in order to really test this, I'm gonna see what players actually think. I'm just gonna give an honest question to players on my Minecraft server, play.loverfella.com, the world's greatest Minecraft server. I said, I have a question. Which mob is cooler, moo bloom, ice illager, or glow squid? Let's see what they say. Ice illager, moo bloom, moo bloom, moo bloom, ice illager, moo bloom, ice, moo. It is absolutely astonishing how few glow squids I see. That goes to show me something happened here that's fishy. Glow squid shouldn't have been added to the game. I'm pretty confident about it. Are diamonds useless in Minecraft? This conspiracy theory states that diamonds are as useless as wood. So if we highlight it, they both do 7 attack damage. The only difference is the diamond sword attacks a little bit faster. I want to see if these axes are actually as good as diamond swords. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna test the diamond sword and diamond axe against a regular zombie. 1, 2, 3. 3 hits from that. 1, 2, 3. So exact same, but it did take twice as long due to the twice as big cooldown on the axe. That's pretty interesting. But why would anyone ever get a wooden sword then over this? Is the sword better? So that took 6 hits, but each hit was a little bit faster. So you can now see exactly how weak a diamond is compared to a wooden sword or a wooden axe. I would say though, when it comes to damage, it borderline is, considering how unbelievably strong this wooden axe is. This is a go-to for all PvPers. Let's try conspiracy theory in a different dimension. Let's take a look at the zombie pigmen. Do you ever wonder where they came from? Why are these even in the game? The theory is these zombie pigments used to be regular pigs and were mutated maybe through radiation or some great war. They then attacked the villagers, and the villager iron golems are what protected them and banished the piglins to the nether. It's possible that these giant fortresses you see in here are literally preparing for war against the villagers. This is clearly designed for defense, right? So there's a pretty easy way to test this conspiracy, and although we'll never really know the truth until Mojang releases an update to show us that maybe there is a war, I got 2 other things to show you that might convince you it is. Number 1, let's put a villager here and see what happens. That's interesting. There's actually no fighting. I'll be honest, I am surprised, but Minecraft's newest game just had a trailer, and this game trailer is a little different than what we just saw there. Take a look at some of the interesting parts. You can see there's villagers hanging out inside of a village like normal, showing possible sentience by reading a book. But look at this. Did you see that in the background right there, guys? I want to replay that again right there for you. These appear to be zombies hanging out with the villagers happily. So this really makes it look like the piglins are preparing for some sort of war on the villagers. And here in this shot, we see every single Minecraft mob teaming up with the villagers to defend against the piglins, which further reinforces the theory that some sort of great battle took place. The only question I have is why they're not attacking yet, and I really don't know. Maybe there's some peace treaty or truce. I can't answer that for you guys, but what I do know is that it's very clear to me that piglins are here because they were banished, and now they want to take back the overworld, and I think we're going to see that in future games. Netherrack is made of flesh. Let me explain. Do you notice the weird red color to it? Do you ever wonder why? Do you think it's lava? Maybe this has got lava in it. The answer is probably no, because if it was lava, it'd probably look more like the magma cube, right? It's a different color red. If you look at that red and that red, these are different. This is more of a blood color. Now, why is that? Well, if you look here, the original name for Netherrack was bloodstone, which would make sense because it does have the same texture as cobblestone. You can see side by side, they have the same pattern, shapes, and everything, but it's basically just drenched in blood. Do I believe this theory? Yeah, I do. I think the fact that it was originally named like bloodstone and we already have soul really just makes it clear that this was meant to be a flesh block and still in some ways is. Minecraft wandering traders are very interesting creatures. But are wandering traders simply exiled villagers? Maybe villagers that showed their sentience and had to leave because they were too smart? Well, first off, they're very similar. They're the only other creature you can trade with that is wild. The only way they can survive is using the invisibility potion, and I think their only solution is to wait for a player to come around, give you whatever trades that they think you might want. That way you'll go to the village, slaughter them, and the wandering trader could return home where he belongs. Super sketchy theory, but I kinda like it. We finally unlocked the most compelling Minecraft conspiracy theory of all time, and it takes place inside the Warped Forest. You see, a couple years ago during the Nether update, we got 2 new Minecraft biomes. One of them was the Warped Forest. The other one was, of course, the Crimson Forest, which was basically the opposite of this and had more of a bloody theme. And even though it seems pretty normal, players didn't notice anything unique until they went into the game files and found a file called Warped Forest Help, which sounds like an Enderman screaming help. Listen again. Here it comes. Maybe soul sand isn't the only thing people are trapped in inside the Nether. But the most compelling evidence is this clip called Warped Forest Mood 9, which sounds very much like a slowed down evil laughter. Listen to that again, this is creepy. Sounds like whatever trapped them in the Nether is still here. We don't know what it is, but there's clearly something here, and maybe in a future update, we're gonna see what that thing is. But guys, there's so many other future conspiracy theories out there that still need to be uncovered and tested. So I want each and every one of you to drop a comment down below on a crazy Minecraft conspiracy moment you've had, and I'll test it in my next video. Thanks for watching, click here to subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace.